Sign language is a lot more like spoken language than a lot of people realize. I'm going to show you a video of somebody using sign language and saying the same thing 3 times over. And you don't need to understand it, but I want you to pay attention to how the signs work and how they're different each time.
You know them? No. But in the club, we all fam. What? In the club, we all fam. I don't... In the club, we are all family. Are you racist?
So notice, just like the popular audio that she's using, the first time she says it, it's very casual, and then the second time it gets a little more enunciated, and then the third time it's very formal. When speaking sign language, and yes, it is called speaking sign language, when speaking sign language, you can say things that are very formal and enunciated, but you can also say things that are more casual and quick. And when we speak quickly, whether verbally or signed, there are things that get reduced. In other words, basically, they're not fully pronounced. For example, if I take a sentence like, I went to the parade, that's very formal and very enunciated, but most of the time we don't actually speak like that. We'll say, I went to the parade. That same thing is happening when she's signing, because here it's very informal and quick and reduced, and then someone asks what, so they repeat it with a bit more enunciation, and then they say it very formally in the third time. Because just like it might be tiring to constantly sign things very formally, it's also tiring to constantly say things very formally, so your mouth is always trying to find the most efficient way to say things, and therefore that's why we reduce things both in sign language and in verbal language. And there are different ways of reducing things. ASL speakers from the East Coast might reduce things one specific way, and ASL speakers from the West Coast might do it a different way. They have dialects just like we have dialects in speech. And finally, that creator is Scarlett May. You can find her as well as a couple of videos about some important things to learn in ASL tagged in my caption.